What's that? Out in space, it's a station with a T-Rex face, firing lasers and playing games and killing all those herbivores. Out beyond the atmosphere, he's collecting stuff and striking fear. Come on board and grab a beer for gameplay vids and retro cheer. T-Rex Space Station. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? It's Ben here from T-Rex Space Station. Firstly, an apology that I haven't done a video for a little while. It's been about a week or so. As always when that happens, it's down to work. Yeah, that old chestnut. I've had a really busy week last week of having to do 12-hour shifts, and I just couldn't find the space to make a YouTube channel. Not a channel, I've made the channel. Make a YouTube video. You know, you've got to have, you can tell I'm really lucid today as well. You've got to have like a slightly relaxed feeling, and if you've been working loads and try and do it when you come home, I don't know, I just find that I can't get the headspace. I can't form the sentences, although as you can see I'm struggling with that today as well. Oh well, I'm sure I can just muddle through like I always do. Have I been doing any YouTube-y stuff over the Easter bank holiday? Well yes actually, but just not on this channel. When I first started on YouTube, I actually started out with a page called ProgcastUK. ProgcastUK was a kind of a website or a YouTube page where I would review 70s prog albums with one of my friends. And I say 70s, it's actually a whole span of time of prog albums, but mostly retro ones. And we kind of just chat over the album, talk about things we enjoyed, things we didn't like, make loads of puns and comparisons, and it was actually a lot of fun. Sadly I stopped it when he moved away to Bristol, and the channel just sat there defunct, and you know, I've gone on and been distracted by other things like T-Rex Space Station. Excuse me. But he was back for the bank holiday weekend, and we decided to get back into it, and we did a ProgcastUK review of an album called The Mountain by a sort of prog metal-y type band called Haken. And seeing as I had the video camera, I suggested to him, why don't we film it and see if we can make it interactive and properly YouTube-y, because obviously I think this YouTube can work with just audio, but it's a lot better if you've got video. That's what people want to see. That's why we use YouTube rather than just podcasts. And it was actually a lot of fun to do, and I think the video came off pretty well. I'll put a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. And you can listen to some of the older stuff that we did as well if you want to. The old ones where it's mostly just talking. I think a lot of it was just me and Alid, my friend, having a laugh. Not always being that coherent or always providing a lot of insight, but just kind of, yeah, having fun. I don't know, if any of you guys got side project YouTube channels? I know some of you do. I know Steve Benway's got Benway's World and his Android channel, which is kind of cool. So let me know if you're involved in other projects. I'll check that out. Especially if you're going to take the time to look at ProgcastUK, which is pretty much a defunct channel from the past. But anyway, I'm rambling and also sort of self-promoting here, which is not the intention. What else have I been what? Word fail. What else have I been doing? God, I need to stop doing these when I'm so tired. What else have I been doing YouTube-wise? Well, as you can see, is that working? Yes, there it is. Behind me, the green screen. Yeah, there are some really good YouTube channels that have got very high production values. Well, for example, Metal Jesus Rocks and the 16-Bit Brothers and Continue channel, where they use green screens, and you know, that's cool because you can be in front of a background, you can show footage of games behind you, you can make it dynamic and shiny and cool and effective. And I thought, why don't I try that? And so that's my green screen there. The stand was delivered in the mail and I've not managed to pick it up because I've not had time. But it's cool. I mean, you've got to, basically the idea is that obviously bright green is not usually a colour that you wear, so it separates you from the background, and you can therefore use chroma key, I think it's called, to distinguish between you and the background. And I use a Cyberlink Power Director to make most of my videos, and I've tried to use chroma key to do it. I've done a couple of experiments. I've not got it to work yet, which is a shame. It doesn't seem that straightforward. Every time I've tried it, there's been like a sort of haze of green around me. It's like, that's not professional enough. And this channel is just for a laugh, for me to have fun. It doesn't have to have really high quality production values, and that's probably not what I'm about. But with me, the fun is trying things and then getting them right. So chroma key and green screens are like a new little project for me to faff around with, because I just love figuring things out and making things work. And you know, obviously there's a lot of things to learn in Power Director as well, you know, transitions and things which I haven't really bothered with, but that I might play around with and try and get going. I think it's not you know, it's not just to try and promote my channel and make it bigger, because it actually, a lot of the things I do on here are just fun experiments that I like to learn and play around with, and got a curious mind. So yeah, who knows, maybe I'll be able to make high quality productions and green screens and some cool backgrounds. We'll see. Do I have anything to talk about today? Maybe a couple of things. Firstly, I have a big confession to make. Dun dun dun! Until yesterday evening, I had never seen any of the original early Star Wars films. I'm just leaving a slightly awkward silence there so that fact can sink in. You're going to be surprised by that, and most people, I put a Facebook status saying, you know, I'm about to watch the Star Wars, I think it's episode 4, isn't it, the first one? And everybody was freaking out, like, oh my god, I've known you for all this time and I've not known about it. Our friendship back in college was a sham, someone even said, as probably as a joke, but still. Why is it that everybody assumes that just because you like video games or you like other sci-fi films or you like fantasy, you have to love Star Wars? Because I just don't, okay? Star Wars has never been a big thing for me. It was never part of my childhood. It's never been a series that I've loved. But my housemates were basically like, Ben, it's time. We can't tolerate this ignorance any longer. And they basically forced me to watch the Star Wars movie. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was okay. I mean, obviously I know the plot from just general knowledge. People love the film so much. And I thought it was cool. Obviously it looks very dated now, though they have added some like nice CGI bits where the old dodgy 80s animatronics were. But it still does look quite dated. But I don't know, there's something with me where I'm kind of stubborn, and sometimes when things are really, really big, and people keep telling me that I have to like them, and because I'm a geek I've got to really enjoy it, it puts me off. And Star Wars has always been this really big elephant in the room that I don't want to talk about and mention, and I've just not bothered to watch it. And I've just never managed to find the inspiration or energy to get round to it, because people keep doing my head in and insisting that I have to love Star Wars. And yeah, I'll probably end up watching the whole lot and turning out to be a big fanboy like everybody else. But I'm just giving in to peer pressure here. I don't know if it's my stubbornness or if it's other people that are putting me off by raving about it too much and pressurising me. Sod off. I mean, I've loved Star Wars games for ages, and I watched The Phantom Menace as well, which is one of the more modern ones, and thought it was alright. But it's just been this big thing that I've just not got into. So I suppose my question to you guys would be, are there big franchises, video games, movies, that you know you should watch, you know that everybody tells you to love, that you need to get round to? And the other thing is, are you one of those people that pressurizes other people? Do you think there are certain things it's inexcusable as a geek? Yeah, inverted commas, I don't really like geek. But as a geek, for want of a better word, it's inexcusable for a geek not to like, you know? Why do I have to have seen Star Wars? Why do I have to love Star Wars? You know, it's not... There's no compulsory tick boxes for me, the things you have to see. I guess that I do rant and rave about certain video games that I love and expect other people to know, but really there's no expectations. That's what I love about being fans of things and being geeks and nerds. We just like what we like, and we're drawn to things that we're drawn to. And you don't have to have seen certain types of movies or played certain games to be part of that community. And what I love about being on the YouTube video game community is that we all have our different niches, our certain games that we grew up with and certain ones that we didn't, certain groups of films that we love and certain ones that we don't. And that's what makes it interesting to be part of a community, because we can have the discussions and share different things. But yeah, I guess over the next week I'll be watching the other two old school Star Wars films, and maybe watching some of the new ones. I heard that things have changed quite a lot, and am I right in thinking that Disney now own the license to the films? Not sure, but it's a franchise that's gone on and on and on. I've actually played loads of the video games, starting with the Star Wars Death Star battle on the Atari 2600 and going through to the PS1 and some of the cool PC first-person shooters. And yeah, it's a series, it's a sort of franchise that's had some really, really good games, and not that many bad ones. I mean, the one on the Atari 2600 wasn't great, but as far as I can think, not that many bad games. Finally, then, I want to talk about YouTube partnership. I know some of you guys have spoken about this in the past. I remember Dave from Lone Boys Post 975 mentioned this. But I got an inbox message from Zika's EDM producer. And it says, TGN would like to partner your channel. Hi there, I'm a recruiter to TGN.TV. We want to partner your channel. Apparently it's the third largest gaming network on YouTube, and they offer solid RPMs and agreements, and some benefits and perks. And I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I'm a noob, I'm an amateur, I don't really understand how YouTube works, especially when it comes down to the detailed, serious things, and partnership sounds very serious and important to me. And I don't really have a clue what it's about. What the hell does it actually mean or do for me? Now, from what I can gather, you become affiliated with a certain company, and I think you have to sign agreements, and they possibly even own your videos or something like that. Maybe your videos aren't independent anymore. And the benefits, obviously, are that you become part of a network, and I guess it gives you views and subscribers and exposure, which is always a good thing, I guess. But I'm just very skeptical about what the risks are, what the downsides could be, and whether I'm would make myself too corporate and serious, because really this channel has always just been a laugh. It's been fun, it's been faffing around and making videos here and there where I can, and I think you have to monetize stuff to be part of that. And again, I don't really know what that involves. Does that mean compulsory ads on my videos? Do my videos already have compulsory ads? I don't know. I use AdBlock. I never see them. But I'm just a bit scared and skeptical about it. It all sounds very like a big company is out there looking to take content and things and offers you an agreement that you may not be able to get out of, because I know that certain YouTube companies offer like compulsory 1 or even 2-year agreements, and I don't know what length of contract I'll be being offered here. So I did reply asking for a bit of clarification. I haven't got that yet. I have done a few bits of research on TGN. Is it TGN? Yes, TGN.tv. And there are good and bad things said about the company. There are people that have been very frustrated about lack of payment and certain things. And so I'm very wary, and I'd be very interested to hear your opinions on this, guys. Have you had any YouTube partnership offers? Are you part of a YouTube partnership scheme? Are you affiliated to a network? Because I am kind of affiliated to Retro Unlim, but that's just really an informal fun thing where I get to share, you know, my thoughts on the channel, do a bit of a thing in my intro, and I get some of my videos on their website. But that's not like an official partnership. There's no contract there. Just kind of guys having fun. What do you think about it? Is it a good thing to do? Will it improve my channel? Will I get tied into things that I can't get back out of? And is it a scary thing? I don't know. I really have no idea. I'll wait back and see what they say, but I think at the moment I'm erring on the side of I'm just going to carry on doing my own thing on my own and independently, and just being part of a fun Retro Unlim informal network. Excuse me, windy pops, as Dave would say. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. So yes, that's all I've got to say. I guess I'll see you guys soon. I'll get some gameplay videos up this week. I'm feeling like I need a bit of a Mega Drive session. Alright, take care and I'll see you all soon. Bye!